So Chatterbait is one of those websites where you can expose yourself and exploit yourself pretty much for some extra money and revenue online. There's a lot of good opportunity having sex work online, man. You could do a lot, do a lot of creative cosplays and different personas. But did you know there was actually a YouTuber that used to be a Chatterbait streamer? And she actually's got a very interesting story that not very many people know. What's up, everybody? I'm Amaryx, and today we're going to be talking about the crazy iceberg stories from the website Chatterbait. On March 7th, 1993, a girl named Sue Lightning was born. She was born in Little Rock, but also raised in New York. Now, she started off her career as a professional model, and yeah, she was just kind of just having fun, just doing some modeling and cosplay stuff. But then she evolved deeper and deeper into the sex industry. Now, this idea was not made on her own decision completely. She actually had a partner named Natalie Mars, and she actually got her into a lot of extreme different types of sex industry work. Now, if I were to do some sex industry work, I probably wouldn't be doing it on my own either. I'd probably have at least someone to help me, because it could be hard doing everything on your own, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, man, we all need a partner. But in all seriousness, she actually grew pretty popular on the website Chatterbait. She was just a transgender webcam streamer. She did, of course, a lot of crazy stunts that her fans did, and her fans ate her up for a long time. And she was actually as big to a point where she was actually as big as on the top front page of the transgender section of Chatterbait. And yeah, that's not a very easy thing to do. But sometimes with fame comes with some drama, and with some drama comes with some false allegations. And yeah, that's what she had to put up with. Not very long after, Sue actually gets into a relationship allegation by her fans due to a radio host named Anthony Cumia. I think that's how you say his name. Which with all these freaking crazy last names, like a lot of these I can't really pronounce very well, but yeah, I think I got it. What led to this crazy allegation is Anthony and Sue actually came over to hook up and hang out and everything like that. But the fans thought they were dating, but she did not want a relationship. She was just there to hook up, and the funny part is Anthony did not even know that she was trans. And actually, he was pretty turned away when he found out, and he kind of found out the hard way. And oh man, that's got to be a rough time, man. You hang out with the cam stream girl, and man, she's just a trans, and you didn't even know, and you're not into trans. That's a rough time. Eventually, Sue would take her career and advance to Las Vegas, Nevada with her partner in crime, Natalie Mars, to advance and pursue in her career. Now, Sue and Natalie did cam for a little bit. They even did like one final scene in a part with another cam girl model named Christina XXX. And yeah, I can't really go too much into detail, but yeah, they did one final scene together just to kind of as a finale. And then shortly after that, she kind of gets slowly loses interest in the sex industry. And not very long after, of August 2016, Sue officially retires from the sex industry. And yeah, she just had enough. She was done. And she kind of went back to cam modeling just for a short period of time. But this time was different. She was slowly getting off her streams shorter and shorter, just ending her streams early and barely doing the bare minimal. And then even got to a point where she started venting about her current situations in her life to her audience. But of course, the audience was not there for that. They kept donating her tokens, so it kind of gave her as a little motivation to kind of keep going. But yeah, you could tell that this girl was just slowly just not into it anymore. And as her final stream, she actually vents about her current situation once again, but then someone gives her a big, huge tip. And she just starts crying, and yeah, she ends up fapping it out one last time, and then she was so ashamed of it that she ended her stream early after nutting, and man, that can take a big toll on you, especially with all the abuse and everything she was probably taking online, exploiting herself. That probably took a big hit on her self-confidence, and it showed too. While this was all going on, in February of 2016, she actually starts up a YouTube channel to find a way to get out of the sex industry while still branding herself as a different content creator. And this time, she was just a cosplayer named Susie Cosplay, and she actually opened a Patreon too to sell her stuff branded to make money without necessarily cam growing anymore. Susie cosplayed to do it as a way to regain her confidence in herself and her body and her image, of course, and it actually worked out for the long term. And she did make some money off of it, but she actually ended up rebranding her channel, again called The Sphere Hunter. And actually, I've seen her videos before without even knowing the story, and her content is actually pretty good. And I'm going to tell you what she covers and why. Now, on her channel, The Sphere Hunter, she actually rebrands herself as a gaming channel where she talks about video game related content, talks about new games, old games, stuff she's experienced and stuff. It has very unique points and explanations of these video games like Devil May Cry 2, Resident Evil franchise, Spider-Man, just kind of anything that's really JRPG or just anything that's kind of new. And her channel is actually very good. I like it way better than any of her old stuff I've seen. Obviously, I can't show you because of, YouTube monetization stuff. And yeah, it's awesome. It's very informative, very cool. And like I said, I actually discovered her Devil May Cry 2 is a bad sequel video, and man, it's awesome. Everything about her channel is pretty good. And I wish it gets more recognition, but man, after hearing about this backstory, it's such a great turnaround. Now, when you do rebranding and you change and you're well known for one thing and then you turn into something else and you're now more well known for that, there's always going to be those fans that are always going to be stuck in the past and always linger around and just try to just have you come back and do your old stuff even when you don't want to anymore. And that's what sucks with Sue Lightning is she still has her Chatterbait fans still kind of hitting her up on her Twitter or whatever. And even of course on her YouTube comments sometimes saying stuff like, please come back to Chatterbait, or even people re-uploading like her trying to do like a cam girl thing on YouTube before she even starts cam girl performing, and all these nostalgic people, man, they just won't let her go. And obviously, if it doesn't make you happy, dude, don't listen to the old fans. Do what makes you happy the most. And honestly, in my opinion, I think she has reevaluated her career for the best. And yeah, she should not go back to camming at all. Now, unfortunately, there's another tragic story that happened on Chatterbait, but this one did not end so well, and it's actually very heartbreaking to hear. And I'm not sure if many of you guys know about this one, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you. So in 2019, there was a live cam streamer girl named Hope Barden from Staffordshire, New England, or England, I should say, not New England. She was an upcoming cam streamer that was on the rise, and she was very talented with what she did. But there was just one situation named by another guy. He actually ended up requesting some crazy degrading acts, and she participated in it. And actually, it ended up taking her own life. It is so freaking sad. So on the internet, a guy named Jeremy Danger was actually requesting Hope to do some crazy stunts that involved like stabbing, snuff related stuff, and just some crazy like hardcore pornography that a lot of people would not expect for the average user. And yeah, Hope was actually pretty insane enough to do a lot of it too. And it ended up taking her own life pretty much from not being able to breathe, and she slowly died on the webcam, which is so sad. And yeah, it's so messed up. Now, Jeremy requested some asphyxiation related acts, and yeah, that's how it killed her. I'm assuming that she probably shoved stuff in her mouth, did a bunch of crazy things that probably choked herself, did everything she could to lose oxygen and not breathe. And yeah, this Jeremy was pretty dumbfounded. And yeah, if that were me, dude, I'd be pretty pissed off. And obviously, I probably would feel really shitty because, man, that's a horrible thing to do to a cam girl, let alone, yeah, take her life like that pretty much. Now, Jeremy was actually arrested and charged for manslaughter, but here's the really insane part. Shortly after Jeremy was arrested and he was going to be charged, he literally takes his own life, and it's so freaking crazy because that goes to show you what things could happen on the live cams of Chatterbait and the dark side of the internet that none of us even knows or even like comes forth because it'd be flying under the radar, if you know what I'm saying. This goes to show you what happens when a guy who's into some bizarre and crazy snuff porn requesting a crazy cam girl that does his freaking requests and actions, that goes to show you that it'll end up costing both of your guys' lives in the long run. So guys, be careful out there when you're webcamming or whatever, or just doing whatever you're doing online. Just be super freaking careful and don't trust anyone online unless you know them personally, or if you at least got to know them online via Twitter and you like video called them or something, because it can be hard to trust people online on the internet sometimes. Okay everybody, that'll be it for today's video. What are your crazy thoughts about these crazy dark stories of Chatterbait? Do you find them pretty depressing? Because I do. And yeah, if you really like these stories and these icebergs explanations I have found that not for me people have covered, I'll gladly make more in the future. If you really liked today's video, make sure to leave a like, and if you really enjoyed the content, comment down "Chatterbait is king" on the comment section down below if you really enjoyed it. And also subscribe because, man, we are growing pretty well. We're growing pretty fast this year. And yeah, I'd like to keep that going. Also, guys, if you want to keep up with more content, make sure to turn on the notification bell. That will help me out a lot to the current subscribers and new subscribers as well. So yeah, I make content weekly, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah.